Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Waters Way podcast. Your hosts here, That Jungle Boy and Waters Way. You follow us at Instagram at those amazing hashtags. Or wait, no, ats.
Yeah,
Anyways,
handles.
moving on with episode, what is this, episode 4? We're
Yeah,
just
this is-
crunching through these, right?
Yeah, this is the fourth one.
Awesome. I'm excited. As always. Nick, why don't you take it from here?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eddie, for that intro. And honestly, like the smile on my face shows that I'm just like so happy and grateful to be here. And I'm gonna say it every single time because I'm always feeling that way. Like I want to be able to deliver this value constantly. And I have something that I wanted to share, like from the was it the second podcast where I was talking about the journal, or was it the first one?
I don't remember. Just let's ride, man. Everything that we
let's
say
ride.
here is so positive that any message that you guys come to us for is gonna be good, right? Sorry for the phone.
Second time.
Yeah, pretty much, right? That's like second or third time that happens.
We're 50-50.
Yeah,
on
if
these.
everyone back there could please make sure that all their devices are on silent, that would be great. All right, awesome. Moving on. It doesn't matter, man. If you wait, just let's do this, man, because I'm just excited about what you have to talk about today.
Yeah, so the last time I shared in my journal, it just really made me feel great, and I believe that is somewhere where I was able to provide the most value because it was something like verbatim that I had and I felt. And I feel like the words in their own, like they really just kind of change people's lives. Like I believe that there's someone out there that just needs what I have to say to help them get to the next part of their life, the next step. Like my goal in approaching any person is to make sure that when we're done, like when we're not in conversation anymore, because you know some people go in and out of your life, you just hope that I just hope that I leave them feeling incredible and that I enrich their life and they do better for themselves. And so I intentionally write in my journal about these things because I don't know, I just don't believe that a lot of people do, or like even for you don't do a whole lot of journaling yet, but really it's one of the things that can save your life. And I guess I'll just go right into the journal since I'm already talking about it.
Yeah,
Just
let's do it. Let's do it. I see you just reaching for it.
Literally. And what was really interesting about this week, oh, by the way, this is a Better Life journal that I got from Dean Graziosi, and it's incredible.
Let me show them that. So when you order that from this, right, it comes just like this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Look at this. This is such a nice.
Bro, how's the feeling on the book? You've never
It
picked it up yet.
it feels so good. This feels expensive. How much was this?
I think it was like, we got like 4 of them, and I think it was like $45 or something like that.
Oh, and it comes with 4 of them.
You can buy them in multiple packs.
Okay,
Like there's like a charcoal gray one, a red one, or maroon and yellow, and that white one.
This feels very, very high end.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like that.
So thank you, Dean.
Yeah,
appreciate
Dean.
it.
Thanks,
I get
Dean.
like everything you have.
I hope you one day subscribe to our Positive Waters Way podcast,
yeah,
man.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But here in the book, he has like weekly challenges kind of show up every once in a while. It's filled with quotes and a really interesting tool that I'm going to be talking to you guys on a later podcast. But this week there was a weekly challenge, and it says here, this week go out and do something you've always wanted to do but didn't have the courage for. Muster up the confidence and go for it. And what I decided to write after, I titled it, How to Say Goodbye. And that's in reference to how to say goodbye to the old story.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Can you see my face? I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe that this is one of the most important things that you know, people can't give up who they are for who they want to be.
Exactly.
And, you know, I wanted that more than anything. But, well, just to be better. More than anything, just to be better. And so I just wrote it like this. I said, me to me with love. Hey, Nick, I want to start out by saying that I love you, and I'm so grateful for all the time that we've got to spend together. You've been given enough time for you to finally take a look at yourself and see for yourself the person who you have chosen to be. After this realization, you identified areas in your life where they needed nurturing and improvement. I'm so proud of you for being curious and open-minded to the new doors that open in front of you. That's what we call going into the unknown. It's not perfect, but it gives you experience and molds your perspective to have hindsight and awareness of self. It's an incredible achievement, Nick, to be able to understand self. When you finally saw yourself in its entirety, only when you finally see yourself in your entirety can you make a confident leap forward. And that's why we're having this conversation today. You have taken a confident leap forward into ending one of the stories in your life, and the new one requires substitutions of habits that you currently hold that do not belong in the details. If you want this to be the story you desire, I'm going to ask you to find comfort in saying goodbye. And that was like the first part, and then I kind of responded with
Holy shit, that was the first part?
That was the first part.
Oh my God, that was awesome, dude. I'm here like my hands are sweating. That was some deep shit right there, dude. That was like I thought I had good conversations with myself. This
Right.
letter to yourself is hitting a note, man, as I'm sitting here. Honestly. I think it's going to hit a note with a lot of people. I think
For
just
sure.
keep going, just keep
Yeah,
going.
my feeling in it right now, like my heart.
Yeah,
is like
mine
pounding.
too,
And
man,
it's not
like-
because I'm nervous. It's because I know
It's
how
a great
powerful
feeling.
how powerful it is.
Yes, it is. I think everyone feels this
Yeah.
right now.
It is a great feeling.
It
You
is
see this
such
energy,
a good
like,
feeling.
it's
The room
literally-
is like vibrating right now. Do you feel this? Do you feel this, dude?
It's-
You feel it, right? You feel it.
It's like liberation.
Yeah, man. I fucking feel it.
Yeah.
Give me some. Give
Gotcha.
us some more.
So I
Give us some more
responded.
of that, man.
I responded with the old me. So it was like I was actually having a conversation with
Damn,
myself, kind of like how we already do in our minds, and like how you say on sometimes that plays tricks with you.
Yep.
Well, let's actually have the conversation on paper and read what it says.
Yep.
It makes a whole lot of difference.
Yep.
But the old me said, "You're absolutely right. I love you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to change." And then the new me here said, "Hey man, look, it's totally okay. It's your story. You decide in the moment who you are. The reason why this one is a challenge is because there were lessons you must learn to change." That's key right there. Like you have to learn lessons to change, because information changes the situation. I'm sorry. Wait, that confused me. Yeah. Sometimes I can't read my own writing because I just let it flow.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Most like poets and artists, the same thing. They just kind of like channel it, man.
Yeah,
So channel it.
for sure.
Take your time.
So-
no rush as I'm over here picking my nose.
Right.
No rush.
So, what you wrote.
COVID for sure, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like watching. They're like, bro. By the way, sorry to interrupt you.
Red flag, red flag.
you just catch yourself on there, and I'm just gonna go on a little rant.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just-
that's cool.
Should we have masks on right now?
I really don't care.
I know. Like I
Like,
said,
we're
I'm gonna go
good.
on my own rant. Whenever
sure.
you're ready, let's just go.
No, I'm ready. Here's more of it.
Boom.
So
Give us fucking more.
here it is. So, what you wrote was the lesson you had to understand to make this change. You've only been walking through this book. You realize that you're going to be dead one day, and one day unknown, it's going to be your last. This opened you to the realization that when you get to this last day, you wouldn't complete your goals. And it's time to start running again. With taking action relentlessly, you will be able to make your dreams a reality and impact this current world. And you're such a great spirit, Nick. You have a beautiful message for this world that's going to become very powerful as you continue to fill in the details on the upcoming pages. You are going to be one of the most influential people of all time and make billions of people to see a better vision for this world. The impact of this is going to be a new foundation that will be remembered for hundreds of thousands of years. We were on the brink of complete obliteration, and you changed all that. You should have started to take control, or you showed how we can take control, cooperate, and live a life of fulfillment and happiness. Additionally, your children are going to arrive in this book. That is going to require you to get used to the things you used to find entertaining as detrimental to your goals. Do you agree? And the old me just said, yes, I agree. They are detrimental. I will change right now. And then the last thing I told myself here was ask and don't assume. Lead with questions and not statements. And that pretty much finishes up that journal entry.
Thank you for like letting me go now, because the whole thing felt like you just, I don't know, it was pretty epic, man. I could tell that was a breakthrough moment for you having that conversation. And I think a lot of us definitely need to have a conversation that's that deep. Because, right, I don't journal. Like, I feel like I do talk to myself sometimes, but it's not like that. It's not that personal. I feel like that's some personal shit right there. That's like that Michael Jackson man in the mirror looking at yourself. Like, who are you? And, like, where are you going to go from here? You know, that's awesome. The fact that you seeded that deeply into your mind, that just says a lot about, like, your mindset and where you're going here, right? Like
Yeah,
I
totally.
say autopilot.
Yeah.
Like I say, like I feel like I'm on autopilot, right? So that's what it feels like. If that's what you had to tell yourself in order to sit in that chair right now here with me, let's do it. Let's do it, man. I'm excited. What else you got in that journal, dude? What else you got cooked up in that journal? Like, people are gonna like want to buy that journal. I mean, like, I want to buy that. I want to buy those readings, dude.
Here,
like,
hold on, check this. So Dean did something really cool.
Jesus.
So, if found in return,
Vader, can you check how much time have we been recording right now?
Oh wow,
15 minutes. It felt like I just
an hour.
Yeah, it felt like I just lived like 1,000 lifetimes right now. Like just reading this journal. That's some perspective right there, man. What else are you gonna show us?
It's when in our truest moments that time stops. You know,
dude. Oh, let's go.
For sure. And then
awesome.
It's actually really funny how you said that people pay for this. So Dean puts on the very beginning, this journal belongs to name, email, phone number, and then right below it says, if found and returned, I will offer a blank reward. And I wrote that it would be a $500,000 reward to get this journal back. This is how much this journal would be to
Can
me.
I see this? Boom. Yo, that is like, just let's stop the podcast. I'm done. I'm out.
You're done.
Honestly, that is awesome. That's awesome, man. Because you know what he was trying to do there, right?
He was trying to like make me set a value for myself.
Boom! Exactly. Of course you got it. It was more of like a rhetorical question.
More because people that are down, people that need this, they typically view themselves as fucking dirt. And so this is really asking you to put a price on your own head.
He's right.
What are you willing to pay? How important are you? Well, I mean, of course, like, you know, if I end up having like, you know, a lot of money, someone steals my journal, like, I needed to keep it like moderately priced.
Bro, it's like the Drake thing when he lost the BlackBerry. He was like, if anybody finds that BlackBerry with the side scroll, just give it to everybody that I know. He's like, because they're gonna need it. But like, he was actually trying to get it back for a while because he had like a bunch of tracks there. Like, you know, he said that he's like, yo, I lost the Sidekick, and like he felt like he was never gonna make a track like on the Sidekick again. But like, it's just a comparison story. But dude, that the fact that you did that and you put that value on yourself, that's just, man, just one more time.
Thanks, brother.
That blew my mind, honestly. That story was good, man. Yeah, I mean, that conversation, that's not even a story. That's real life. Like,
yeah, it's a real conversation I had with
exactly.
myself. And like it was interesting how you talked about like it's the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a very like interesting subject matter. Honestly, I don't even know how to like put words into that right now. Maybe we'll move on to something else with the mirror.
We'll circle back to the mirror.
But
I'm just still like
what
grabbed. I'm still
yeah.
grabbed here. I'm still
Yeah.
feeling like, all right, what is he gonna say next? What
For
are
sure.
you gonna say next now?
I'm actually I'm thinking about asking you a question.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Let's go. Let's
So-
go. Ask me a question.
Which part of that?
I don't know the cure to corona.
No.
Okay.
Which part of my entry, like, hit you, and why did it hit you?
You grabbed me at the dual personality thing right there that you did the how you were able to split your old self and your new self and have that conversation. And I've heard of so many like great people, right, in life that have really changed the world, and they had that conversation with themselves in that ground defining moment where you have to be completely honest with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to be willing to like just kill yourself, man. And you know, there's no kill your
Yeah.
old self. Like you
kill
just
the story.
yeah,
Like,
you
your
have to
story is
kill
who
that
you are.
story exactly, and now you're gonna rise like a phoenix out
Yeah.
of like the ashes.
Literally,
you know? Exactly.
That's just what happens.
It's just a rising feeling of gratitude and gratefulness for having this new birth, right? Because some of us unfortunately never break out of that.
Mm-hmm. Like,
You
just
know?
people don't know that
And
that's all
that's-
they really need to do is just have a
Exactly.
conversation with themselves that
Exactly.
maybe takes like 1 or 2 hours, and you could
Mhm.
totally say goodbye to everything.
But just so many people feel super uncomfortable in their skin, you know, and being by just the mere fact of them being by themselves drives them crazy. So maybe we are blessed in the sense that we are able to spend time with ourselves and not out of oh hey, I want to be alone.
Right.
No, it's just the way that life has been, you know, and like there's beauty in struggle. So
Yeah.
maybe
absolutely.
our blessing was to have lived the life that we did of solitude, maybe, right, for one extension or the other, right, of like, oh, maybe you were bullied, or you didn't believe in yourself, or you were antisocial, or you were God knows how many things, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, lost my train of thought there. Bring me back. What I was
That's
trying the message I was trying to say is, you know, everyone just is here for a purpose. It's hard for them to find it, right? So whatever your struggle is, no one's struggle is more like painful than the other. So I don't want to sit here and be like, oh well, the only way to get enlightenment is if you suffer. Well,
Kind of.
but it kind of feels like it is, right? From
Sure.
every story that I mean, I'm here trying to like spin it, but it really feels like that is the only way.
Yeah.
It feels like.
A certain level of pain you have to go through to
Yeah.
be able to find the great things in life.
Exactly,
That's fact.
exactly.
But like you really did great about kind of like tying in value. Like, I really feel like you were talking to the audience on that one.
No, yeah.
But like
completely.
I'm asking more on like the whole split thing. Like, what did it do for you?
Well, it made me want to have that conversation with myself more, or one more time, in the way that you
One
did.
more time?
Yeah, because I've had that conversation with myself,
Mm.
of course, but that one was just more potent, man.
More potent?
Yeah,
How do
it
you
felt-
how do you mean?
I don't know, because it came from you, bro. There's no other way, right? Like, I'm going to say mine, and it's just not going to feel, right, the same to me as it does to you guys, because it's mine, and then you guys are feeling it. And it's impossible for you to feel the way that we feel about what you're saying. See what I'm saying? So if that's the feeling that you're looking for, it's just going to be impossible for me to describe to you exactly what it was about it that made me feel, I don't know, the way that it did.
Okay.
Do you see? Just
Yeah.
the way that you were saying it, it was personal, man. So it lets me know that, like, fuck, maybe there's still work that has to be done, right? Because self-improvement,
always work.
exactly, self-improvement is never over.
Mhm.
So that just, you know, reminded me that, damn, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm actually
There's levels
gonna,
to the conversation,
Yeah.
man. There's levels to it. There's,
Mhm.
yeah.
but I'm gonna
Mhm.
end up having that conversation with myself again. I've had that conversation with myself like many times. Like, every couple months, I at least go in and kind of like have a conversation with myself, because like you always have to reassess. Another thing, like, you guys are gonna hear me talk about Dean Graziosi so much, but
That's
he literally
fine, that's
changed
fine,
my
dude.
life. And
Bro,
like,
if you-
he's
like
every
we-
30 days,
Yeah.
every 30 days, or even like every other month,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always just like going back in my head and like resetting.
Yeah, man. Look, like we talked about yesterday, if you look up to somebody, tell them.
I
That's
have.
what we
I've
tell-
told him so many times.
Say it. Say it, man. Say it. You know, he has to hear it. right?
For
You changed
sure.
your life. That's why he's doing what he's doing, right? If not, he
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing what he's doing.
All right, Dean, if you see this right now,
Yeah, there you
you
go.
absolutely changed my life so much. Where I was 2 years ago on a random ad that you tagged me in was a story that I would tell myself that I absolutely despised. And with your guidance and wisdom and products
Plot
that
twist.
you put out, it's absolutely created a better version of myself. And like with your help, I'm just eternally grateful for you. I would tell you, I love you, man. Appreciate you so much.
Hell yeah. I mean, I can relate to that so much, right? Because there's like, for example, my perspective, I really never had like someone there to look up to, right? Like in the
Yeah.
physical sense, right?
Yeah.
But dude, like I would feel the same way about so many artists and so many people that I would admire their work, right? And just close myself in my room and just, you learn lessons
Yeah.
from these people, even though you don't meet them. Have you ever met him?
No, I
I'm
haven't
sure
met
you're
him
going
yet.
to. I'll tell you.
I've
I'll tell
texted him
you,
for a hot minute, but
really.
that's
Well,
it.
I
Yeah.
tell you that you're gonna meet him. You're gonna meet him, and you're gonna
No,
be able to tell
it's
them,
done.
tell him, not even on like through the podcast. You're gonna tell him that in person, man.
Yep.
You're gonna tell him
And
that
I
in
can't
person.
wait for it.
Exactly. So, once again, well, the message is: if you're grateful to someone, man, he doesn't have to even be someone famous. If you just look up to someone, tell them.
Yep.
Don't close yourself in the, oh, no, I'm better than him, or no, I can't do that, because those are all things that you're telling yourself.
Yeah, we're
Really,
equal
and don't-
spiritually, just not in the
yeah.
marketplace.
Exactly.
We just have to provide a ton of value.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, we could have entire podcasts talking about who inspired us, right?
Yeah, dude.
I'm looking forward to
a
those
lot.
conversations. I really, and so am I. I'm looking here to sit here and just talk about everyone who meant, like the lessons that I learned, right?
That's
Through
it.
music, through cinema. People are like, oh no, well, it's not like I use those things as life values, but dude, I mean, in a certain sense, there's lessons to be learned there, right? Every artist expresses himself through their work form, even if it's protest, right? Like just to use what's this guy's name? He's Peter Jackson's like young director. They were gonna make the Halo movie, and then he let him make District 9. What? Can you, Vader? Can you Google that real quick for us? District 9. Who's the director for that? But yeah, man, like this is like a director that uses his art form to Neil Blomkamp. Exactly right. Well, this is like a young guy, right? That Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson is the director of The Lord of the Rings, in case you didn't
Okay.
know. And he found this guy, and they were gonna make this Halo project, and I was a huge Halo fan when anyways, bro.
The
Then
game?
there were scripts that I read that Denzel Washington was, if he's watching, Denzel Washington was like gonna be like the Master Chief. He's probably saying home like, I was never gonna do that. But anyways, the point is, this guy uses his films but in a science fiction way, but to talk about current day events, right? So there's this
Yeah.
movie called Oblivion with Matt Damon and stuff, and well, they go into like this trip. Well, in this movie, the Earth is like now like a dumping ground, right? It's like all of it is like a ghetto. So then it's like all of the wealthy people move to a space station in space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like all about immigration. That's really what he's trying to portray in that movie, right? And how some people can have a better life like in America than in other places,
Right.
right? So just saying that there's so many lessons to be learned through art if you know how to decipher what they're actually saying. If you know how to look beyond the movie or look beyond the music or look
Yeah.
beyond the beat. You know how many
Right.
people just listen to music and don't listen to lyrics? That just grinds my gears.
Yeah.
And I'm totally taking that from I don't know who at this moment, but it just grinds my gears. I'm just gonna
For
say,
me,
I'm
I'm
just gonna
not
say
good
it.
at listening to the lyrics. I'm not
That's
good
fine,
at it.
that's fine,
I
that's
just don't
fine.
hear them. like honestly,
and that
different
is
words pop in my head.
because
I think differently about it.
maybe because you are yourself like a good writer and a good poet, so maybe you feel like, I don't know, maybe that stuff just doesn't tune in with you, but you write amazing stuff. Like the way that you word that's like a story, dude.
Yeah.
That's like a script. Yeah, it's like a script to like a short story or something.
It's honestly, it's just the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
When I write down, when I journal, the only words that can actually be written down are the truth. And that's why it's important to journal, because you can't lie to yourself.
You were asking me what about it it was, right? Let's circle back to that now.
Mhm.
It was the honesty.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what got me, boom, locked in there. Didn't you feel that also? I mean, that's what got me, there you go. That's what got me locked in. It was the honesty in the, I couldn't find the word then, right? Because you put me on the spot with the
Yeah,
question.
gotcha,
But
yeah.
here I am now answering your question, and it was the honesty, man. The honesty is what vibrated. It's like even when you have a conversation with yourself, you can't be 100% honest. That was honesty.
Right.
That was honest,
And
man.
like writing it on paper allows you to, because like you said, the mind plays tricks on you.
Yep.
Like Mel Robbins talks about a 5-second rule all the time, and usually like after, like, say someone brings an opportunity to your plate, you're all hyped up and excited, and you're like ready to say yes, and then 5 seconds go by and you're like no, and you start thinking about all the reasons why you said no, or like the reasons why you can't do it, and you start not believing in yourself. Like when you write on paper, like when you start writing it, like you just know it's BS. Like you just know, so you're like, oh, I can't continue writing, but you still have to complete what's going on. You still have to complete the conversation, but only the truth can come out. And a very, very small percent of people actually journal regularly. A very, very small amount.
Yeah.
And everyone that I know is a lot happier. And so that's why I do it.
Man, you know how I told you, it's not my thing or whatever. The more that I sit here with you, eventually I'm going to have one of those little journals and shit. I'm going to be like a little journal carrying fruitcake. Just kidding.
No.
That's one of the deepest things I've ever seen in my life, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If I'm going to be called that, give me a journal. I'm going to have a pink one just in case anyone really wants to hate, you know? Fuck it.
Right. But no,
That is
maybe I
awesome.
think this is
you
where
see.
where I'm meant to teach you a lot of lessons.
No, you are. We talked about that, dude. We're here to learn from each other, man.
Yeah.
We really
But
are.
now you're really seeing it.
Oh, man,
I
I'm seeing
believe.
the result. I'm
This
feeling
is still
it.
just the beginning, brother.
I'm feeling it, which is different. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling
Yeah.
it. And I mean,
Well, cool.
it's so it's so obvious because everyone who is successful journals or meditates or something like that, right? And
Yeah. They have conversations with themselves.
yeah. Do you remember what it was that you wanted to circle back to? They were like, "Oh, let's put a pin on that."
On the mirror.
On the mirror. Anything about that that has come up, or do you just want to circle back to that the next episode, man?
I guess when someone goes to tell you to go look in the mirror, go write in a journal instead of looking yourself in the mirror, because it's just a handwritten mirror.
You know what I say? I say, do what you just said, right? When you want to look at yourself, when you want to talk to yourself, go write in a journal, and then once you've written that down, go read it out loud in front of the mirror to yourself.
That's a good idea.
Boom. I'm done. I mean, I think that's a good wrap
That is a good
to the episode. Take that in mind with you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I don't know when you guys are seeing this, but it's Friday.
Yep,
So
Friday here.
yeah,
So-
we might be putting another one of these together. So this is episode 4. Yeah, we
Yeah,
said.
this is the fourth one that we've done.
Yep. All right, guys.
Yep.
Thank you
so
for
much,
watching.
everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Once again, follow us at that Jungle Boy and at Waters at Fit Waters. Sorry,
Yeah, fit_Waters.
fit_Waters.
Think about
And
changing that. If anybody you have like interesting ideas, I'm like open to see if there's anything that like kind of stands out that's like, yep, that's me.
exactly. He's open to ideas.
Yeah.
All
As you
right,
could
all
know
right,
in the journal.
awesome.
But
All right,
thanks,
guys.
Peace.
Peace. Blessings.